Hi friends, welcome back, or welcome if it is your first time here. Today I'm doing a really exciting video, which is we're testing makeup from Pretty Little Thing. So over the past month I haven't filmed at all. I've just sort of been, I don't know, just resting. So yeah, I saw, I think, Jordan Lipscomb do a video testing Pretty Little Thing makeup, and I was like, oh my god, Pretty Little Thing have makeup. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna get a couple of clothes as I'm at it, which is actually what I'm wearing, because I've only bought one, or was it two things from Pretty Little Thing. They were both long t-shirts with the logo on them, and they literally ripped instantly. Like, they were the worst quality item I think I've ever put on my body. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a couple more clothes from the plus size section, see what that's about, get some new makeup, because honestly I couldn't really find anything else that I was really interested in trying. So yeah, I'm gonna stop waffling. That is what we're doing today. If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go. So you might notice I actually have a new chair. So all of my heights and stuff are all off. So I'm really hoping that I'm in frame, you guys can see me. But I'm just gonna clip my hair back. I just washed it and dried it. Okay, so I actually haven't opened the Pretty Little Thing parcel. I just ripped it open and this was the first t-shirt on top. So I grabbed it to put it on. Honestly, this was the t-shirt I wanted anyway. So I have the parcel here. This is how it came, and I gotta say I can't complain. I ordered this stuff yesterday. I think it was in the afternoon, and I paid for next day shipping or something, because it was only £1 or £2 more than the standard shipping that wouldn't get here until the 30th of August. So I was like, fine. And it came pretty decently, because honestly I didn't think I'd be able to film today. I'm glad that I was able to film. But yeah, it comes in the cute pink packaging with all the little unicorns on it. So I have a couple of clothing bits. I didn't get a lot. So let me just grab some bits out. So I don't know yet. I think what I might do is I'll either do a haul in this video. It depends how long this video actually ends up being, because normally my videos have been being 40 minutes recently. So I'll either do a try on haul of these clothes. I also got some bits from Asda. I'll either do that in this video, or I'll do a separate haul video that you guys probably would have already seen. But I got two more t-shirts. They're just kind of little crop t-shirts. That's sort of all they sell nowadays, is crop t-shirts, but I want to give those two a go. And then I think everything else in here is makeup. So I have a giant eyeshadow palette that was only £8. It was the only thing on sale for 75% off. I don't know why. I'm honestly not too sure what we have. So I didn't get anything for the brows. I didn't see any brow soaps. They had a brow pencil, but it was only in light brown when I went. So I'm gonna use this. I tried this out maybe a couple of weeks ago. I haven't tried it in a video or anything. I just picked it up because I was having so many issues with my eyebrows. Nothing was keeping them up. They were just falling, and it was literally driving me insane. I'm literally just looking at them now. I need to pluck them so badly. I was meant to do it before I started filming this video, but it's a bit late in the day. Anyway, I'm rambling so much. It's been so long since I filmed. I feel like I'm catching up with a friend. I'm just verbal vomit. So I'm just gonna take a spoolie and use the Got To Be Glued. You've probably all seen this. I know that Jordan Lipscomb uses this. That's personally what I heard about it. But this stuff really is good. The only thing is that if you don't clean it up proper good, it messes with your foundation. Oh my god, we've got the windows open and we've had so many flies in here today, and they're driving me fucking insane. I hate them. I hate having flies. It's because we've got the guinea pigs. They just attract flies. Anyway, I'm just taking a bit on my spoolie and going back and forth. And as per usual, the second I start filming, one of the piggies wants to drink. Okay, so now we're going to prime the eyes with concealer. I just have to find it in one of these boxes. Is it this one? Right, got it. So, as you can see, everything comes in this unnecessary plastic packaging. And then it comes in a little cardboard box. I quite like the cardboard box, but I just don't understand all of the plastic. And this is a Pretty Little Thing concealer, and it says buildable on it. It's vegan, by the way, and I'm fairly certain that it is cruelty free. And this is the shade 02 Fair. So that's what it looks like, just a very simple concealer. I'm not gonna lie, it was very difficult to actually pick shades on the website because they don't have them like in order. It wasn't like fair and then like porcelain, ivory, whatever. It was like fair and then it would go to like beige and sand and then it would go back to like porcelain. So I had a very difficult time picking my shade, and honestly this looks like it's gonna be a bit dark. Like, it looks like it's my skin color, but let's open this. Sort of standard small doe foot. I'm just gonna pop. Oh my god, that color is gonna be so off. Look at it. Just gonna blend this out with my finger. I don't know what is about this concealer. It says on here, no, it said on the actual thing that it's a radiant concealer, like on the actual bag that it came in. I mean, it looks nice. It just looks like quite dark is the only thing. And this is like shade Fair. But I mean, it covered up my darkness pretty well, like from this side to that side. It's just the shade's a bit off. And also another thing is that they didn't have any swatches of the shades, and they didn't have any swatches of the shades together. So I don't think there was like a single swatch of the actual shade on someone's arm, but also they didn't have it where they have all of the, like, you know how like a lot of websites will have like all of the light shades like swatched next to each other so you can see which shade you're going to be. They didn't have that, so I found it really difficult to just pick a shade because there wasn't a lot of guidance on what the shades were. So I just picked Fair because I was like, okay, that sounds about right. But obviously, if they had swatches and stuff, I wouldn't have picked this colour. But anyway, this was the only eyeshadow palette they had on there. And it's like a 42 pan eyeshadow palette. It doesn't have a name. Again, more plastic packaging. This does come with some bubble wrap, which I mean is quite nice. But I mean, they didn't need all of this other stuff. It says on here, simply iconic. And that's all it says. So I like all of the black packaging. It's just very like simple and sleek, and I like that. So this is what it looks like. I like the cardboard packaging of this because it's just more sustainable, and also I personally just prefer the feel of cardboard packages. To me, they feel way more luxurious than like the plastic ones. Plastic ones just feel really cheap to me and like really tacky. But oh wow, you get a nice big mirror in here, and this is all of the shades. Obviously, we do have the film on it. It looks like one of the shades has slightly broken or something, like up here there's like a couple speckles. But let me just take this plastic off. Oh wow, that's a nice palette, that. Like colour wise, look at that. Those like shimmers and mattes. It's very colourful, but also you've got some really nice neutrals in here. I love the like little things they've got on them that say PLT. That's a really nice palette, that. I mean, obviously if it works, but very nice shade range. I have no idea what kind of look we're doing today, as per usual, but I also have a glitter gel. I'll show you that now. And I just went with the more sort of like iridescent one because like the other ones were a bit deep, I thought. This is actually quite small. It looks really pretty though. It's in the shade 02 White. I thought on the website it was in iridescent. Ooh. So that's what that looks like. Hopefully you can see it. I don't think that you are getting the full effect of the glitter in there, but it does look very pretty. It looks more like a paste, honestly. Okay, so I guess we're going to start things off simple and just do sort of like a neutral colour, like a transition. I'm going to try and use as many of these shades as possible, but I mean there's 42 of them, so I can't put them all on my face. But let's start things off very lightly with this shade right here. It's called White Sands. It's kind of like a yellowy toned white, like I'm not expecting it to do. Oh, a lot of kickback there, if you can see. Like when I'm tapping into it, a lot of kickback. But I'm just going to use this in my crease. The good thing about that concealer is that it hasn't really creased. Like, look at that. It feels a little bit sticky, but it hasn't creased really at all. But let's just, I'm not expecting this to do much. I'm going to move into this one, which is called Tonal Queen. That one is also quite powdery. Oh, got got some nice pigment to it though. I'm going to go in with a bit of a smaller brush and go into this one right here, which is called Shout Loud. Not as much kickback from that, but it does look very pigmented. Kate, what are you doing? I don't know. Let's work this out here. Okay. Okay. Any more? Any more pigment? It's not really giving me that like oomph that I wanted. Like I've dipped in about 4 times now. I haven't tapped my brush off once. And it's just sort of, it feels like it's not sticking, like right there. Yeah, I don't like that shade. Like it doesn't really look like I've done anything else, but we used this really warm color. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that one. They're also so powdery. Look how much fallout I have there now. So far, not loving it, but I'm just going to take my brush and go back into that tonal shade that we started off with. I'm also going to mix in a little bit of this one right next to it. It's called Sunrise. I'm just going to intensify my transition a little bit more. Everything's just sort of like blending together. Like there's no separation or distinction between the shades. Like right now, if I told you I just had one shade on my eyeball blended everywhere, you would believe it, because oh, I'm so sad, because in Jordan Lipson's video, she seemed to really enjoy this eyeshadow palette. But to be fair, I didn't actually watch the whole video before I bought this stuff. I think I watched just like her do the eyes. And then I was like, okay, I want new makeup. Let's go get it. But she seemed to really enjoy it. But I'm just sort of struggling. But I'm going to take, I guess, this one. It's called Dark Spice. And I'm going to try and work that on that outer corner a bit. And let's see if this one fares any better than the others. Okay, there's definitely some pigment there. Definitely some darkness. Not as much darkness as I want. I feel like it's not really sticking very well. Like I feel like as I'm going over it with more product, it's just like blending away. Like look at that. Seriously. Oh no. If I try and blend this, look, it's just gonna all blend away. Are you joking? This formula, I just think it's too powdery. I just think it's too powdery. Because it's just not sticking. It's not doing anything. This is honestly so overwhelming, and just it looks so bad. Like I don't know how I'm gonna make this work. Aside from just putting fucking like shimmer and glitter all over it, I don't know how we're gonna come out with a cohesive look. Like I don't know what we're gonna do. Let's grab a different brush. And what are we going into now? Honestly, because I just don't think it's going to do anything, I'm going to hop into this one right here, which is called Flamingo. It's kind of like a neon pinkish red. I doubt that it's going to show up, but if it does, we'll be in luck. It looks pretty nice on the brush, but let's just pop this in here. Okay, come on. Come on. Please do something. Please. I'll ask you nicely. Oh, come on. What is this? What actually is this mess? I haven't tried an eyeshadow this bad in like a long time. Like a long time. It's just, look at it. It is just blending away and just removing everything. Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly take off this eyeshadow, yeah? I'm going to put on a concealer that I use on a daily basis to do my eyeshadow with. And I'm going to try it again, just in case it's the concealer and it's not the eyeshadow. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Let's try this again for a second time. Let's see how it goes. Maybe should I start by swatching them? Do you think I should swatch them first? I'll do it. I mean, there's 42 shades though, so this is going to take me a minute. Okay, so I just swatched all of the palette. This is it. It looks beautiful. Like, seriously, it looks so, like, pigmented and incredible. And the shimmers look nice. And everything looks, like, dark and pigmented as it should. And it feels all lovely and buttery. So I genuinely have no idea what is going on, because it looks like a crazy, intense palette. Like, look at some of these. Like, look at this, like, red. Like, it looks insane. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. We're going to try this again on our eyeballs and see, maybe it was just that concealer. And let's see. Let's start, shall we, with PLT Pink. Looks like a nice light sort of bubblegummy colour. So let's start with that. Okay. There is pigment on my eyeball. If it was just that concealer and this is actually going to work really good now, to be honest, I'll be really happy, because I really want to love this palette. It's looking better. I'm going in with a smaller brush again, and I'm going to go into this one here, which is called Feeling Cute. And I'm going to put that in here. Okay. The issue mainly last time was in blending them together. They were just sort of blending away. So we'll see if that happens. But it's looking better. Okay, this is looking a lot better. Like, not even comparable. I'm going back in with that PLT Pink just to blend. I'm taking a different brush now. And I'm going to go into the bold red shade. This looks incredible swatched on my arm, so it better look incredible on my eyes. It looks crazy pigmented, but we'll see. Rightio. Rightio. Wow. But even that, see, like, I feel like it's looking really good first going on, but then as I start to tap it and blend it and try and incorporate it a little bit better, it's sort of, I don't know, it's not keeping its like pigment. It like that looks a lot more impressive like when it first applies, but I'm just not loving it. I'm just not loving it. I'm going back in with my brush with the purple, and I'm just going to dip into that purple again just to sort of re-intensify it if I can. Oh. So already, I know I haven't finished my eye look yet, but I don't think my thoughts are going to change. My thoughts are that I would probably not use this palette again. I'm finding it incredibly frustrating to use because I'm just trying to build up colour and it's just not working. We've gotten to that stage now again where again it kind of just looks like I've put one colour on and I've blended it everywhere and blown it out. It doesn't look like I have 3 different shades on my eyes. Like, it just doesn't. Like, I want to keep trying and I want to try to like deepen it and intensify it, but I know I'm just not going to get anywhere and it's just really frustrating to like feel like that. It's just not fun at that point. Let's go for Purple Sky and let's try and use that to deepen it. So again, it looks nice on the brush, looks nice and pigmented. Oh, it's just like going patchy again. actually can't. I actually feel like I'm gonna cry. I hate it when stuff like this happens, when you get like a beautiful eyeshadow palette or whatever it is, and you're so excited to use it, and then you go to use it and everything just goes wrong, and it just makes you feel like horrible, and you spent like 2 fucking hours trying to make it work and you just can't make it work, and then the lights go in, and it's just, I just hate it. Oh my god, look at it. It's like so like patchy and uneven. It definitely did add like some darkness that you can see, but not like that dark. Like, it's just not doing what I want it to do. I'm going back in with that PLT pink. Let's just blend, even though it doesn't make a fucking difference. Okay guys, I legitimately hate this eye look. Like, legitimately. It's like not blended like properly, and it, like, I had that fucking, I put this bold red shade on my eyeballs. Where is it? Where is it? You can't see it. Let's go in with a shimmer, maybe a couple shimmers if they're good. Then let's pop that gel thing on top, and let's just never ever 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 talk about this again because I'm getting upset. So I was trying to do a halo eye. I don't think that that's gonna work because there's not like enough depth. So I think a halo eye is probably out of the question. So let's just shove shimmer everywhere and hope for the best. I'm gonna take, I think first, this Game Strong one, because this one looks so pretty. It better look that pretty on my eye or I'm literally going to sue. So, excuse me, where is it? Are you coming? It doesn't like want to pick up on my brush. Okay, let's grab some more. Okay, there's a little bit on there. Put that on. It's like that, is it? It's like that. I'm taking my finger then. It looks pretty. Okay, the finger's like a bit better, but it's still not like the best. Excuse me, where's the shimmer? Ooh, where is it? Like, it's not really that shimmery. I feel like it's also not really building. I feel like it's doing that thing where it's sort of like just taking off what's underneath. I mean, it looks better than it did before, right? Just taking this brush again with that purple Feeling Cute shade, just to try and like blend between them a little. Oh no, but it's just blending all the shimmer away. Sound. I don't want that there anyway. Didn't want it there. Then I'm gonna go in with this shade called Number One. I'm gonna take it on my finger, and maybe I'll like wet it, and we'll see if we can get it to stick a bit better. I'm just gonna give it a little spritz just to make it a little bit wet. Did that help? Okay, now let's take a little bit of pink shimmer, shall we? And let's shove a bit of that there. Oh, that one's actually quite nice. That one's actually kind of like glittery and pretty. Oh, I like that one actually. It feels different, like it feels way like butterier, and it's actually like picking up on my finger. That one's nice. I'm gonna go back in with a bit more of that Game Strong shade, just like in the middle. Let's try the black. It's called Carbon, and let's see if we can actually get pigment out of this. Okay, so you can actually get pigment out of that. Why am I struggling with all the other ones so much then? It's definitely not the best black I've used. None of these shades are particularly good, but this is the look. Yay, I'm so happy. So watch out for this in the next declutter because I ain't keeping it. let's try this little glitter thing, shall we? So again, this is the glitter gel. It says multi-use on it, and it's in the shade 02 White. So there's just some on this like metal thing, so I'm just going to take my finger. Whoa. Looks quite pretty. Oh god, it feels really weird. Oh my god, it feels like an actual like sticky kind of like jelly thing. I don't like that. I mean, it looks pretty, but I don't like the way it feels. I feel like the glitter is just sort of like coming back off onto my finger. It's like I'm putting a chunk on. I'm like, come on glitter, do your thing. And then as I'm sort of blending it, it's just like getting restuck onto my finger. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Like it's just putting sort of like a liquid there, but where's the glitter? It's on my finger. I don't actually have a primer. I didn't buy one for the fact that they look pretty like generic, and also I actually haven't been using a primer recently. I've just been using foundation. So we also have a perfume. Let me try that actually really quickly before I forget. So I just picked it based on the description that I had online. So this is the Make Them Talk Pretty Little Thing Eau de Parfum. It's 10 ml. Oh, and it's a roller ball. I didn't realise. But this is just what it looks like. A very like typical like little roller ball. It does say on it they Make Them Talk, which is the name of the fragrance, which I like. Oh, just roll a little bit on here. Oh, that's quite nice. It's quite like deep and like musky. I have no idea what smell this is because I am like so bad at that. So I will put like a little thing on screen of the description of what this is. But it's very easy to apply and it smells really nice. Okay, so we're off to a really good start. Let's move on to foundation, and to be honest, at this moment in time I don't have high hopes, but we'll see. This is the Pretty Little Thing foundation. It just says natural finish on it. It says shake before use. It says it's the ultimate everyday foundation. Give your makeup an upgrade with this lightweight and buildable coverage formula that contains skin loving hyaluronic acid and glycerin. So it just comes in a squeezy tube. I feel like if you watch my channel, you already know my thoughts on squeezy tube. Oh my god, listen to that. Very, very liquidy, but can't get comfy. I got this in the shade, by the way, 03 Ivory. It was the same story with this. It was very difficult to pick a shade. It says on here, squeeze tube slowly. So I'm guessing that this is very, very liquidy. So, squeeze a bit. Ooh. Okay. I have my sponge. I get a feeling that a brush is probably going to be better. So I'll try a brush first. Let me just do half of my face and then I'll show you. And then obviously I'll do the rest. Okay. So that's this half covered. The colour's like a little bit like pinkish, I guess. Like I know I have a lot of redness in my skin, but that's just because I have rosacea. My undertone isn't actually pink. My undertone is actually a bit more yellow. But you can see like the colour difference, especially like on my neck. My neck is more like yellow toned and pale. This is a bit more pink and dark. But I actually quite like the look of it. The only thing is that it looks like a little bit dry. Like I wouldn't say it's natural, I'd say it's matte actually. Okay, so it's all over my face, and I will say like it does have really nice coverage, don't you think? But anywhere where I have any sort of dryness in my skin, I have a lot of like scabs and stuff from like, I've been breaking out a lot recently. So any sort of dryness it is clinging to, and there's like quite a bit of texture on my nose and down here. But yeah. But anyway, let's pop some concealer on. So, oh my god, look at the shade. Oh god. So I'm gonna put like quite, not a lot on. I don't really use a lot of concealer anymore, to be honest. But let's just blend this out. To be honest, probably looks better than I thought it was gonna, but it really doesn't have like a lot of coverage. You can still see all of my blue tones, and for some reason it's like sticking to my skin weirdly. So I'm gonna add like a little bit more. It did say it was buildable. Okay, so I would say that probably is buildable. That looks quite nice, actually. Okay, so on the contour sticks, they only had 2 shades from what I could see. And it just said warm and cool. There was no, like, light, medium, deep. That's all I saw. I grabbed 01 cool. But yeah, they should really up the shade range. Well, this is what it looks like. Quite big. And it looks like that. It looks quite waxy, to be honest. How does it feel? Yeah, it feels quite waxy as well. So that is quite cool toned. I mean, they said it would be. It smells like Play-Doh. I will give them that. But I don't feel comfortable just putting that straight on my face because it feels quite waxy. So I'm just going to grab some onto my brush and whack it on over here. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's put it on there. Let's just put it on the face. And hope for the best, shall we? It's not blending. It's not blending. Guys, it's actually not blending. It's not blending. Oh my god. Okay, that looks actually alright now that I've managed to sort of blend it out. I'm going to try the sponge, I think, on this side. And just see, because it might have a bit of better luck. It does feel like really waxy. Like it doesn't feel like creamy. What I'm sort of realizing about Pretty Little Thing is that like I don't think they have the quality that like other brands have, like whether it be with their clothing or whether it be with their makeup. Like it just doesn't, anything that I've tried from them, it just doesn't seem to be like of high quality, which is kind of a shame. But to be honest, I think this is probably going to be the last chance that I give it, like as a brand. Like I don't want to keep giving them my money when it's not like worth it. So yeah, I think I'm just going to stay away from Pretty Little Thing. I don't think that the quality is very good. Okay, now let's do the Dewy Glow stick. So this is kind of like a cream highlighter. This one is in the shade 03 Rose Gold. The same packaging as the cream bronzer. Oh, sad. Let's swatch it. Oh, that looks pretty. Again, it feels really like waxy, but that actually looks very pretty. So I'm gonna take some on my fingers. Oh, that actually looks quite pretty. Now we have the powder, and I think this is the thing that I'm like the most nervous about because I just don't really get along with a lot of powders, but let's try it. This is the setting powder, soft focus finish. I think it's just in one shade, which is translucent. Pretty standard packaging. It's actually kind of small. It just looks like a really standard setting powder. So recently, and I know this might be a bit weird, but I've actually been applying my powder with my finger. Now, I know that sounds really weird, but it's just been really working for me and making it look like nice and smooth. So that's what I'm going to do today because it's what I've been doing. So I do get the vibe that this is probably going to leave a flashback, and it's really not the smoothest powder. Like, it doesn't actually look that good. Okay. I gotta say, I really don't like the base. Like, I just think I look very, like, just dry. I'm really not enjoying it, unfortunately. But I don't think, by the looks of it, that I grabbed a blush. Again, I really thought that I bought one. Like, maybe my order got messed up. I don't know, but it looks like I didn't buy one. So let's use, I guess, an eyeshadow as blush. I'll just take this PLT pink and see how that looks on my cheeks. Okay, it looks pretty enough, and I guess why I'm here. Let's just finish off my eyes really quickly. I literally have no idea what I want to do. On the bottom, I'm going to take Clueless, which is like this yellow. I get the feeling this is going to be a very bad idea because I think I'm going to get fallout, but oh well. Okay, I don't think I'm going to get it any better than that. Okay, so for my inner corner, I'm going to grab this one, which is called Extra Shimmer. And I'm going to whack that down here. Ooh, that one looks pretty. But I'm also going to take the shade here, Pretty Glow, and put that like right on the inner corner. I'm really sorry if you can hear all the kids running past my window. I hate living in the ground floor flat. No, okay, so that is the eyes done. Obviously I have to put mascara, but I'm just gonna quickly do my eyebrows. I'm just gonna use this pencil from Shein. Okay, brows are done. I think I'm gonna put on some lip gloss first because my lips feel so dry, and then we'll pop on the mascara and then we'll be done. So this is the lip gloss. It says it is High Shine and I got the shade 02 Nude Shimmer. So they had like lip glosses with shimmer in them, some without. I wanted one with. It looks so pretty. So yeah, let's just try this out. It has a big doe foot, which, ooh, doesn't really smell nice. I mean, it doesn't really smell like anything, but it's a pretty colour. It's kind of like my lip colour. Yeah, that actually feels quite nice and thick. It's not as like intense sparkly as I thought it was going to be. They actually had some like hella intense ones, but I didn't want to be that intense. But yeah, it looks nice. It's a lip gloss. Now let's try the mascara. I don't think I'm going to like this, but I will. This is the Lash Lift Mascara in the shade Black. I think they only had it in black. I didn't see it in another one. And this is what the packaging looks like. So very just bog standard. They had two different mascaras. Oh, it's a fat wand. So that's what the wand looked like. So both of the wands look quite chubby. Like there wasn't really like a skinny wand, which I kind of prefer. But I get the feeling that the kids are getting in trouble. They always come in our block and like knock on people's doors. And people yell at them. And I can hear someone shouting, "Oi!" So I think that they've been cherry knocking again and getting in trouble. Okay, this mascara isn't really doing anything. I feel like that's the sort of like my third coat, and it's like, it's not doing anything. I don't really like big ones like this because I feel like, well, firstly, I don't think this is getting much product on it as it's actually coming out of the mascara tube. But it's so much difficult to actually get in there to your lash because of how big it is. So this is my finished look. I just sprayed a little bit of this on my face just because my face was feeling so dry. This is the Prep and Perfect Refresh and Setting Spray from Primark. I use this all the time, so I know how it affects my makeup. So I just thought I'd let you know that I did put that on so that you know, obviously, everything. I love this chair. But yeah, this is my finished look. Obviously, I'll do some final thoughts a bit later once we've done the wear test. But as it stands right now, this present Katie at 10 to 6. The only thing I kind of like is the lip gloss. Everything else, I don't think I liked. I can still smell the perfume, which is nice. But like, the mascara did absolutely nothing. One of the worst mascaras I've tried in a long time. The concealer and foundation, not very good. They're just a bit dry. I don't think they really work for my skin type. But I do have to say, all in all, that I think my look today, I think it looks okay. I'd be okay, I guess, going out with it. I mean, it is quite loud. But it's just not my favourite. It's just not my favourite look. I don't feel very confident in it. I'm happy to sort of like sit around the house, like I'll be happy to walk the dogs later, but it's just really not my favourite, and honestly it kind of just feels a bit like a waste of my money, but we'll see how it wears up. So, see you in a bit. Hello. Okay, so I am doing my evening check-in. The dogs have joined me. They're being absolute little nightmares. So, it's about 12 o'clock now. I started putting all of this on. oh god, at I think about 4 p.m. and I think I finished filming it at about 6 p.m. So 6 to 8 hours sort of wear. To be honest, the base has held up I think a bit better than I thought it would. But you can see like I've got makeup that's like smudged all sort of under here. Can you stop licking my hand? Yeah, the mascara has smudged, the eyeshadow smudged. But to be honest, the base, I'm just getting a mirror to have a look at it. I'm actually kind of impressed with the base, I guess. Like, it still looks pretty smooth. It still looks pretty even. The blush, or I mean sort of like the blush hybrid I made, it still looks good. Like, my eyebrows are still up. Everything is looking okay. It's not the worst wear test in the world, it's not the best wear test in the world, but it definitely exceeded my expectations, I will say that. The only thing is that the eyeshadow is just a no from me. The foundation, now that I know that it wears okay, I could see myself possibly reaching for it, but it's a possible, because I feel like it didn't look that good in photos or in video or in person. But it's a possibility that I could see myself maybe reaching for it, because it feels so lightweight that it just didn't feel like I had anything on my face all day. And like, I feel like it was quite matte, so it hasn't really got like oily or slippery. Like, it's felt really nice all day, and I feel like it's looked okay because it hasn't got super oily. The concealer I'd probably pass on. It hasn't got the best coverage, but again, it doesn't feel like there's a lot on there. Poppy. And also, I feel like it wore pretty well throughout the day. Like, it doesn't look all like cakey or creasy. The main thing to avoid for me is just the eyeshadow palette. So powdery, just so... Everything to do with the eyes just really felt really short for me. Like, the eyeshadow palette, the glitter gel, the mascara. Like, it just all... I didn't like it. The only thing I did kind of like was that yellow shimmer that we put like right at the end in here. I feel like that's actually looked pretty nice all day. But yeah, the eyeshadow is a big fat no for me. The thing that I liked the most was probably the lip gloss on first like impression, but the foundation, I know that wears okay. Like I mentioned, I might prefer it. The contour stick and such was definitely better once you put it onto the brush and then onto your skin. The highlight was okay. So yeah, it's just kind of like a mixed bag, like nothing to write home about. All kind of middle of the road, apart from some products are on the worse end of it. So nothing is like good. It's all either average or below average. So yeah, that is my review. Imagine I've been filming this whole time and you haven't even been able to like see my face or anything like up close. I really hope you can see it. Hello. But yeah, that's it from me. I'm gonna go to bed and take this makeup off. Maybe take these necklaces off. This is the longest I've worn like necklaces and shit in so long. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I'm talking really fast. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my Instagram if you want more like beauty and fashion and stuff. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.